distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cyrus block, young buck holding the like we knew it all, not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give a...
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Running right, Jones. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Murray now. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
They find some open field here. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Cardinals. Aaron Jones, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Prater for the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Cardinals 14, Seahawks nothing. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love, and he powers his way up past the 30. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On 3rd down, here's Love. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater, throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Now to the ground, here's Walker. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. The tackle made back in his own 29.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Seahawks nothing.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first two drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Here's Jones again on second down. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Murray. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The Seahawks at 2-3 here to begin the new season. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Bridgewater. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Returning it is Moore. The offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Alton Robinson. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 41, Bridgewater being chased out left. And Walker has it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And some space here. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Prater on to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 21, Seahawks nothing. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
On second down, it's Walker. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Here's Moore on the return. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And they'll begin by running the option. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Again, he finds more. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Murray to Moore for the Cardinal first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Murray going to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders, have intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd.
Out of his end zone, Bridgewater. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Bridgewater from his end zone on 3rd down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now. But he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And where did this one go out? Not good. Let's see. They're going to say inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4, Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. From 13 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 28-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw is Bridgewater. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings, the things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And inside give to Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are. And let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try again with Jones. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line down at the 2. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And Murray's going to keep this. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he slings one that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Bridgewater. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd and 10, Bridgewater. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. To the air again with Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Off the option, it's Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. He's going to look deep for more. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So it's a win here for the Arizona.